Hi. So, if you could choose to talk about one subject that would get you all fired up, that you know of, that you are excited, what would it be? I thought I'll bring this up because in my circle, maybe in my own personal experience, the people I have talked to, and also just looking at things online, I've seen this very common thing where people say, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk about. I have social anxiety. And there's this common repetitive thing where people think that when they're going to talk to others, there's absolutely nothing they can discuss about. There are some fears. Of course, there's like a lot of unknown, the uncomfortability of it all. Like, oh, like they're going to talk about a subject and I know nothing about it. But what's your strength? Because for me, I know like when I started my YouTube channel, I kind of was the same way. Like I've wrote like script and I thought I'll have to read it and memorize it and everything else. And I thought that's gonna be the way I'll make my videos. But it was still, I don't know, like not as honest and authentic as I wanted. And at the same time, I kind of like stopped myself because I didn't want it to be like a 20-year-old preaching to the world of how everyone should live. Like I'm like, that's not going to work. And I was very lucky to find Gary Vaynerchuk and watching him and learning like, hey, be yourself, focus on what you like, do what you love, and just focus on being happy. And I'm like, I like those things. And really depends what are some of the things you're gonna take from the content you watch and listen to. It's very important to just take out the best and whatever's empowering you or gives you most information. And for me, finding this like, hey, like in school, there are like exams where you have to do the public speaking and you have to say the speech and everything else. And like I thought like I'm gonna be like super lucky if I can talk for 5 minutes. And then just a few days ago, and like I remember like, like, okay, like I can do a live stream and talk for an hour nonstop. I've did live streams where I talk for 3 hours nonstop. And I'm like, damn, like it's really surprising. So what changed? And the only thing that changed is that I can talk about something I like and something I know of, something where it's my comfort zone, it's my water, and I'm fishing there. And that being, like for me, my own personal experience, just something I'm interested in, something I am experiencing every single day. It is my reality. It is what I believe in. It is the people I talk to that have those experiences that we can discuss and go deeper and talk about variety in that subject. And like for me, like it's about entities and how they affect people. It's about getting out of body. It's about afterlife. It's about like manifestation and stuff. So that's my comfort zone. That's something I like to focus on. That's something I see where, like people can get better, where I can find a lot, learn a lot, and just like every day grow in that sort of subject. But like I know for like a lot of people, it can be anything. But if it was up to you, like if you were to have a conversation, to give a speech, to do a podcast or something, what would be your comfort zone? What would be the subject where you'd be like a fish in the water and could talk all about it? It doesn't matter whether it's video gaming, anime, movies, knitting, Smurfs, or whatever. Like, what's your thing? What makes you happy? What fires you up? And I know like a lot of people in our spiritual community, even though they find groups where they can discuss similar things, they still feel like, hey, they can't talk about it. And like one of the biggest things is that judgment or people trying to have others fit their reality and belief system box, by which, like if you think otherwise, you're wrong, bad, and guilty, or we can't be friends, or if we don't think alike, if we don't agree on that subject, that's it, we're done. So like for myself, I had to learn like, hey, I'm not perfect. I don't know it all. I am no expert. Like this is just my belief, and I'm just going to share my story. But yeah, like, what's your subject? So let me know in the comment something that empowers you, something that makes you feel good, something that is your thing.